Appeared on Top Chef All-Stars. He was a winner on Food Network's Cutthroat Kitchen All-Star Tournament and the host of his own winning Yahoo web series, Chow Chow. He hosts his online cooking show on YouTube, Fabio's Kitchen, and at numerous restaurants throughout the country, including Bar Sienna, Prima Provisions, and Sienna Tavern right here in Chicago. He has his own wine. He even has his own lobster. Please welcome Chef Fabio Viviani.
You made it sound like I have a pet lobster.
No, it's your lobster.
It's a lobster company. I don't own a lobster.
But you own the lobster. There's Fabio's lobster.
Hey, you have a dog, you have a cat, Fabio has a lobster. It's a seafood company, actually. How you guys doing? Good? All right. Is the show treating you well? You know I do this all the time, right? Look at this thing. It's so awesome. By the way, you guys got a bunch. Where is the wellness mats, dude? Right here. You got a bunch of new ones. I didn't got anything for me. I like the long one because I have a long sink in my house, so it covered the whole, I love these things, man. All right, so how you guys doing? Good? How's the Housewares show treating you so far? By the way, March 8th, nailed it. I didn't even remember. Okay, the stereo gets a little excited when I get closer. I think it's my wife. Every time I get closer to a girl, it goes like, ah! It's good. She's fair. It's fair, right? Very good. You guys having fun so far? Everything all right? All right, so here's what we're gonna do today. How much time I got anyway? How much time I got? Half an hour? Hour? How much time I got? 43? Oh, there is a clock. Oh, that's easy. You guys literally, you went from 1 hour to 40 minutes to 30 minutes. 43 minutes, that's a lot of time. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Every year, they ask me to do the one things that I love to do, which is show everybody how we can make fresh pasta from scratch in less than 90 seconds. And when I say 90 seconds, I'm not trying to be optimistic about it, but it literally takes 90 seconds, especially when you have like KitchenAid RoboCook like this, and you don't have to report to your grandmother, then it's a lot easier because nobody's judging, right? So the goal is to make good food that tastes awesome, like you've been working at it for 17 days, but really you made it in few minutes, because I don't know you guys, but I don't have time for cooking as much as I used to, right? So we're gonna do 3 dishes today. We're gonna do a rubbed steak, a skirt steak. We have beautiful skirt steak right here. Oh, that's long. Jeez, that's really big one. All right. Does that even fit in here? Yeah, I guess it does. Chop it up a little bit. All right, we're gonna do a pesto rubbed skirt steak. And so I'm gonna show you how to make pesto in 60 seconds. I'm gonna show you how to, I'm not gonna show you how to cook a steak, because if you need me to show you how to grill a piece of meat, then you have a problem. You shouldn't even be bothering me here. Literally, just hire a private chef, go home, and just go to bed. Because it's easy. All you gotta do to cook a steak is just put it on the grill and flip it once or twice. I love those people that trying to teach people how to grill. Just put it there. It's not like, oh my God, you got a brain surgeon, that you need to study for a decade. You're flipping a piece of meat on a hot piece of tool. It's very easy. So then we're gonna do some cream spinach, properly cream spinach. And then we're gonna do 90-second pasta, 90-second fresh pasta. And then we're gonna make some lazy meatball. What's a lazy meatball? It's a meatball, but it takes no time to do because you're lazy and you don't wanna do it. Because let's call it for what it is. It's America. America doesn't want to work too much for their food. They like to get it easy, delicious, but they don't cook for 3, 4, 5 hours. You guys have some beautiful kitchens at home that you never use. That's a reality. So here's what we're gonna do. First and foremost, we need to have a kitchen plan. Cooking is a process. That's hot. Cooking is a process. It's not a journey. If you're trying to enjoy the cooking journey, you're gonna be miserable. It's like life. If you think life is a journey, you're gonna be miserable. If you think life is a process, then you're gonna take those steps, and those steps, they'll make you achieve something fun with your life. Or if it's a process, if it's a journey, you keep making mistakes, sure, you're learning, but it's a lot more painful. So when you have a lot of stuff to do, like right here, not as much as David Burke, by the way. I know David is out there, some here. If I know the guy and I know him well, he's a good chef, he's gonna make 17 dishes. So I'm gonna only make 4 right now. So, but when you have even 4 dishes, you gotta have a cooking plan. All right, so first of all, we're gonna have tomato sauce. We'll make pasta, we'll make the pesto, we'll make the steak, and we have to do the spinach. So let's get a kitchen plan together. Here's what I got. So this is out of balance. No, I got fingers. All right. I do you. No, I do me. You do you. All right. All right, so here's what we got. First of all, making a good tomato sauce. What is that for? Oh, drain my pasta. Yeah, because there's no sink. All right, so first of all, let's make some really quick tomato sauce. Chopped onion. I'm not going to show you how to chop onion. Seriously, between Google, YouTube, and the slap chop, you don't need me, all right? If you can't figure it out how to dice an onion, I don't want to hear about it. You know, literally, I'm not the guy to teach you the basic. I'm teaching you like, instead of 101, I'm teaching like 201, like the next step after chopping. All right, so first of all, get your onion in a pan. In this case, we're using a very good line from Bialetti. Bialetti, what's the Bialetti booth? I forgot, what's the number? You don't know. 1843 does not sound right for some reason. It's right? 1843? Great, 1843. Come and see, I don't know, for some reason I thought it was in the 2000 or something. Come and see me at the Bialetti booth. We have a lot of good cookware for advanced cook and for beginners. For the beginners, it's just a matter of good non-stick. The sear, as good as something that is a cast iron or something that is steel, but it takes the headache away from the sticking, right? When you have good cookware also, you have a non-stick that doesn't have a problem with metal utensil. You have to have that, because if I go on a normal non-stick, you scratch the whole thing, they ain't good anymore. These, you might dent it, you might bang it, it's still cookware, but you don't scratch it. It's important. Now, what we got? We got some oil there, and we got some onion. I'm gonna add some garlic. I'm gonna add a little bit of fennel seeds, make a good marinara sauce for my meatball. Then, I have sausage, and I'll show you what I'm gonna do with the sausage and why I call these the lazy meatball. At the same time, all right. That's hot. All right. There you go. Okay, so now, that's fine. I burn myself all the time. That's what happens when you play with fire. All right. So here's what we got. Properly creamed spinach. Butter. In a pan. All right, butter in a pan. A good pinch of salt. Please pinch with 3-4 fingers like you're grabbing somebody, you know, you're happy to see somebody, come here, you know, and you have to pinch with 3-4 fingers so you get a good amount of seasoning as well as pepper. Now I'm gonna cook still really hot, I touched it again. When you're a chef, you're not really smart. Let's call it for what it is. You know, the heat, the long hour, you know, you're losing some, you know, you're losing some Wednesdays and you do stupid things all the time. Now I burn myself twice. All right, so how do I turn this up? Perfect. So we got onion, base for the tomato sauce. I got butter for the properly creamed spinach. Now, by the time that these is getting barely caramelized, I'm gonna make my pesto sauce. All right, I said I'm gonna make pesto in 60 seconds, and probably that's a long time for me to make pesto. All right, I'm gonna add about a pound of basil. I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic, pinch of salt and pepper. I'm gonna add a little bit of pine nuts. If you like more toasted, earthy, kind of a little bit more depth of flavor, you can toast your pine nuts. I don't like toast nuts, and that's not my thing. I don't know why you're laughing, because that was not a joke. But, there. And then I'm gonna add, about this much olive oil. Oh, crap, I didn't see this. I got a whole carafe of oil here. All right, about that. Then we close these, leave it there. Yeah, it's acceptable right now. Oh, it's good. Now I'm gonna saute my onion and my garlic. I got the butter there. I'm gonna get my spinach, nice and fresh. I'm gonna put it there, and I'm gonna let it reduce. That's it. Then I'm gonna add my garlic to it. Now I'm gonna cook the spinach in the butter with a little bit of garlic. Spinach, salt, got it ready there. Perfect. Now that, we go slow here. You gotta turn it on. Low, low, low. I like it low. All right, I got this. This is beautiful. Look at this thing. All right. I like it. Sound like an Harley Davidson, like a nice motorcycle. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna get these there. Now check this out. Close it again. I got this. I got this. How long you guys of KitchenAid have known me for? By the way, KitchenAid guys, that's awesome stuff. These things looks like a Ferrari, red too. Look at the, I mean, honestly, you guys are my best sous chef. You guys really are, all right? So now I'm caramelizing. My spinach gets a little brown because the butter is brown and I like brown butter. Now we press stop right here. I'm gonna get these. I'm gonna get it out of there. The spinach is browning. The onion is caramelizing. I'm gonna get my spinach moved a little bit. Now it's the time for the tomato sauce. Look at this. Tomato there. Let me see how this is gonna go now. Enough or no? A little bit more. There. Now, here's what we're gonna do. The spinach are cooking, the tomato is cooking here, right? Why lazy meatball? Because technically, they're not meatball. Here's what it is. Lazy meatball, it's nothing else than round sausage because you're lazy. So you get your sausage out of the casing, you go like that, and you drop them in the sauce. So they look like meatball, but trust me, since you're the one cooking anyway, nobody's gonna be like, I don't think they're meatball. Because then you can tell them, shut up. Who's cooking? How about next time you come home 3 hours earlier and you do something? Let's see how your meatball tastes like. Right? Trust me, when you cook for everybody, you're in control. You could serve crostini and call it meatball, and if the person eating it is smart enough, it's not gonna say anything. My wife tried to do roasted chicken and potato once. Didn't go too well. She heard me say once that anything that go wrong when you cook chicken, you can blend it with cream and rice and make a cream of chicken. And she did that. And I go home and she goes like, honey, I made some roasted chicken. And I'm like, oh, I love roasted chicken. You know, I'm Italian. I adore roasted chicken. And she served me these things in a, she served me these things in a bowl with, she served me these things in a bowl with rice on top. And I'm like, I'm like, roasted chicken? And she goes like, and? And I was like, no, it tastes delicious. I was like, that's fantastic. What are you gonna, I'm telling my wife, what the hell is this? Oh. All right, some of the spinach get nice and caramelized. Now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put some heavy cream in it. Properly creamed spinach, heavy cream. Then I'm gonna put a little bit of Parmesan. Now, when you cream your spinach, please do a favor to yourself and use a non-stick pan. Seriously, who wants to stir these things for 30 minutes? Don't do that. And now I'm gonna put some cheddar, and I'm gonna put a little bit of fontina, something creamy, right? So now you go these and you go on very low fire because you want the cream to reduce. You want the cream to reduce, but you don't want the spinach to overcook. So here's what you gotta do. You're gonna get these reduced there. Yeah, I'm gonna make some more meatball. Ready? So you go like this, literally, like that. I don't even peel them. I just rip them and drop them. They look like meatball, trust me. And because it's sausage, and sausage cooked in sauce, they'll never dry, they're gonna look and almost taste like meatball. But you don't have to work for it, which is amazing. It's like, I'm eating spaghetti and meatball, I don't have to work for it? That's fantastic. All right, so we get that there. Where's the lid? The lid is right here. And I'm gonna cover that. Now, here's what we got. Because the spinach is cooked and you did not boil it, look at this, properly creamed spinach. Now, let it dry there, let it sit, and here's what we got. We got the sauce going. We got the sauce there going. I got it there on a medium. I got that. I got my skirt steak. Now I'm getting some stuff out of the way. Now I got my pesto here. There. Now I'm gonna have my whole cutting board. All right. That. Salt and pepper. Both sides. I hate when I go to a restaurant and they don't season both sides of my food. What am I paying half the bill? No, you pay the whole things, you gotta season the whole things, right? It's very important. Then, here's what we're gonna do. Get a little bit of pesto. And you wrap this thing with it. All right. Then, there. And I wrap the other half. Now, the cheese into the pesto, the walnut, the nuts, and the herb, everything is gonna caramelize. So you're gonna get a nice crust, you're gonna get a nice crunch, and everything will be nice and caramelized. And the good news is that it's gonna be extremely flavorful because you have all this thing. You have the oil from the pesto, you have the nuts, the salt, the pepper, the garlic. Everything is gonna cook nice and caramelized. And you don't need to cook it for a very long time. And I explain you why. Check this out. Right? Look how beautiful this is. Look at that. Look at this thing. Seriously, what am I, like a chef or something? All right. Get this sausage out of the way. Now, here's the best part about making fresh pasta. It's a big pan. All right, so. Now, skirt steak, how long it has been on it for? 2 minutes, maybe? Off, turn it off. Off and off. Do you know what we're doing here? We are exercising a chemical principle called carryover cooking. Carryover cooking, and I gotta step away for a second to say this because I feel it's important. Let me check my meatball first. I want my balls to burn. All right. Look at those meatballs. All right. Carryover cooking is the reason why for Thanksgiving most of your turkeys sucks. Because you listen to the folks at Butterball. Because you listen to the Dyson and you listen to all those people that give you instruction on how to cook a bird. If the bird could talk, it would tell you not to follow those directions. Because here's what's happening. Especially for the few culinary illiterate, because you gotta call them culinary illiterate, that are using those pop-up thermometer Have you ever seen the shit that you put in the bird chest, and when they reach a certain temperature, these things are like, ping? That means, ping, your bird is screwed. It's done. You ruined it. Seriously. Let's go move on to eat Christmas or Hanukkah, because Thanksgiving ain't for you. All right, so because what's happening? The thermometer comes out at 165 degrees, which is, according to the FDA and all the health department and God knows who else is in agreement with that, is the safe temperature that you cook poultry and bird to prevent food-borne diseases. Now, my grandmother never had teeth. So I have always cooked my chicken pink on the bone. And she died 98 and really happy. So while I don't suggest you to undercook anything, what I suggest you to do is to understand the principle of carryover cooking. Carryover cooking tells you that when you have your bird in the oven at 100 or 320 degrees, whatever you're cooking it at, right? Use a big thermometer. Forget about the thingy. Stick a thermometer in the breast. When the breast reaches 150, shut it down. Shut the oven down, leave it alone, walk away, have some wine, come back in half an hour. Because it's crazy and it's science. So I'm not gonna explain to you how it works because I don't understand it myself. But what's happening is that the hot juices from the outside get drawn back in the center of the bird towards the cooler part, and that 150 that you shut the oven off inside the bird goes up by 10%, 10 to 15%. So now what's 10 to 15% of 150? 15 to 20 degrees. And here you have it. You have your perfectly cooked bird that now is actually edible. Instead of you turning it down when the bird is at 165, 170, and now goes up to 185, 190, and you need dressing and pudding because that crap is more chewy than your shoes. But grandma made it, you can't really tell her that. So, oh, the chicken is, the turkey is fantastic. Really? Thanks, grandma. And then you walk away, you're like, my God, somebody give me a gallon of milk or some water here because I'm like painting dry. It's like, literally, it's like painful. Same things is happening with the skirt steak right now. I turn it off and this keep cooking on gentle fire. Really gentle. Can you hear the sizzle? Listen to this thing. Listen to this thing. Can you hear it? If I was keep cooking this thing, I would have served it to you overcooked. And I don't like that. All right, so now let's make some pasta. Making fresh pasta is very simple. Now, you gotta understand the principle. KitchenAid here. This KitchenAid, which is the 14 cups, is the only kitchen apparatus in the market that I would trust to make a 4 full egg recipe. Which means that if your family has 3 people, how many eggs you gonna use? 1 egg per person. How many eggs? 3. You guys asleep or something? Because Bialetti sell coffee too. You might wanna come and get an espresso. So let's try this again. 1 egg per person, 3 people, how many eggs? 3. Jesus Christ, it takes a minute every year. Every year, it takes a minute to get them going. 4 people, how many eggs? 4. If you have more than 4 people in your family, you have 2 options. First option, you make 2 batches. Nicer option. Second option, you pick your favorite and you tell the other one to go out for dinner. Like if you have 4 kids, for example, and it's you and your husband or whoever is there, then you can tell the children that you like the least to say, guys, can you go grocery shopping for mama or something? They're gonna go, this takes 90 seconds, this takes 5 minutes. By the time they're back, you guys are done doing the dishes. So they don't even know you ate. Now, you might think, of course, there is always somebody that thinks, no, seriously, guys, I have 4 children and I love them all equally. Yes, I agree. I'm not saying you don't love them all equally, but I know for a fact that you don't like them all equally. There is always that 1 or 2 out of 3, 4 that pisses you off, and once in a while, you would have just be like, you know what? Not dinner for you tonight. There is. I wasn't my mom's favorite child, and I'm an only child. Tell me about it. I was the only kid in the house, and I still was not my mom's favorite. But I was terrible. She had a reason for it. Okay, so now let me do something here. How do I turn this? Wrong one. How's that? It's not moving. Okay. Now let me turn my tomato off. So now, 4 kids, 4 adult, 4 eggs. 1. Check this out. 1, 2, 3. Now, do me a favor. Don't be that person. I feel that I am more culinary smart than I'm culinary talented. I'm really smart. I'm not very talented. I think that the smart component gives me the confidence and the competence to look talented, but I'm really not. I make mistakes all the time. So here's what's happening. Don't be that person that try to complicate things by cracking your eggs in a bowl first, because never know, a little piece of shell gets in there. Who cares? I got 2 little pieces of shell there. And I don't care, because you're not gonna die from it. Nothing is gonna happen to you. It's like when people eat olives and they swallow the pits. I'm gonna die? Yeah, if you run on the freeway or if you jump out of a window, you will, but just fine, you're gonna be fine. In 3 hours about it, the pit is not gonna be with you anymore, you're good. Don't worry, don't swallow a whole peach, or don't try to swallow a whole banana, that might choke you. But in an olive pit or a little eggshell, it's not a big deal. Just get over it, nothing happened. Save your dishwasher an extra bowl, all right? So that egg's there, salt and pepper in it. Salt, actually that's pepper. A little bit of olive oil. How much is a little bit of olive oil? It's a little bit. I don't have a recipe, nor do I care for one, because they're useless. It's a guideline. Yes, chef, thank you. Recipes are guideline. Recipes are only good for 2 things. 1, if you have to get a paycheck from a publisher, you gotta give them recipe. So you publish a cookbook, they kind of need recipe. And recipes are good if you're OCD. Not because they're actually useful, but because your brain doesn't function unless everything is perfect, right? But for me, recipes like people ironing their own socks and underwear. You can do that, but is it really necessary? It might give you a peace of mind knowing that your socks are ironed, but I don't think it's very useful. It's a waste of time if you're asking me. Because the common sense behind recipes is more important. The fact that you gotta understand that your oven might be hotter than mine. The convection might be different than coil heat. Your stove, what is it, gas, or it has a propane burner? Do you have what's the name of it? An induction cooktop, which you're basically cooking on an iPad Pro, or you have an actual fire there, like shit's meant to be, you know, like, does it make sense? All right, so that's what we got there. All right, first and foremost, here's what we gotta do. I'm gonna let these move for a second, and we're gonna make these, where is the top? Right here. And we're gonna make these really quick. All right, ready? Beautiful, off. Now, let me plate my steaks. Now, if you want your cream spinach cream color, then don't let the butter brown that much. I like the brown butter flavor because it's nutty and it's fantastic in properly cooked spinach. All right, so now, cream spinach underneath, and my steak. There. Now, just so you guys understand, look at this. Look at this steak. It's perfectly cooked. Perfectly. Dude, want to try some? There's Josh over here. It's really good. a little hot. It was really good. All right. 1. That's a big plate. I choose it. I picked it. Can't blame you guys, but it's really freaking heavy. I didn't realize how heavy it was. I looked like a weak person. Like, all right. It's a very heavy plate. All right, so now, look at this. Beautiful. Now, I gotta show you this, guys. Check this out, guys. Then we go back to the pasta. It'll take me 90 seconds to do it. Super easy. All right, so look. Look at this thing. It looks like a meatball. Look at that. From there, you can't tell it's sausage. From here, you can't tell it's sausage. When you eat it, because I made you dinner, you better not say it's sausage. Look at that. Oh my God, they're delicious. Want to try it? Come here. Can I feed them? Oh, Madonna. Never. Like you guys, every year we go through these. You can't have it, sorry. Look at her face. Seriously, you did that. Look at her face.
She knows.
Look at her face. You got a free dinner last night, right? Last year, right? I remember, it was you. Yep. You were upset, and I fixed it. I fix everything. That's what I do, we fix things. All right, so meatball, there. The steak is there, perfectly cooked. Look at this steak. Look how beautiful this steak is. Seriously. Look how nice the color is, the crust on it, the flavor is delicious. All right, so now we got these. The things that I would like you to get familiar with is Italian tablespoon of flour. How many people here like fresh pasta? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. What is wrong with you people? Why you go T-Rex? You go like this. You have the ability to stretch your arm. Exercise there. Raise your freaking hand. Oh, look at that. Twice as many. All right. How many of you do pasta on a regular basis once a week? What? Wow! You make pasta from scratch once a week? You guys are full of shit. Who makes it once a week? You do. Okay. Once a month? You do it once a month? You keep pointing at her. What? You do? You do. Good for you. Are you Italian or you are Italian? Italian. With the E. All right. With the I know. And she makes fresh pasta once a month. Good for you. All right, so the reason why you only make it once a month, but you eat it every week, is because you can't make it because it takes too long, it's too hard, it's too messy. I got a manicure, I don't know how to do it. My wife thinks I'm Italian, she wants me to make pasta, but I can't. I don't watch Food Network. Whatever is your reason why you're not doing it, this is because most of you don't want to put the time in, right? Let's call it for what it is. Same reason I'm teaching you lazy meatball, because they taste as good, if not better, than real meatball, because it's 100% sausage. And you can't go wrong with sausage. Unless you're vegan, then I respect that. You can have sausage, clearly. Make it tofu sausage, but I don't know about head-to-head, we'll probably still win. But the reason why is because it takes too damn long. And you gotta stretch it, and you gotta work for it, and you gotta roll it, and it's already too much. It was taking a picture. The principle I want you to understand is that you can make fresh pasta from scratch in 90 seconds. And let me show you how. How long did you see that took me to crack 4 eggs? 15 seconds? Yes? Yes? Jesus Christ, you guys are hard. You guys are like, my God. All right. Italian tablespoon of flour. If you are American, you have in your cabinet, likely, I'm not pointing finger, but likely if you are American, you have in your cabinet or in your drawer, in your kitchen, a bunch of shit that you don't use, which is called measuring spoon and measuring cups. You had it from your mom, you had it from your grandma, she used to bake cookies and that's good for sugar. I get it, but you're not really using it. You have a metal ring with a bunch of spoons attached to it that measure from 1/10 of a teaspoon to 3 tablespoons. And I want to be like, can't you just get a tablespoon and use 3 of those or use, anyway. And then you have cups, plastic, that go inside each other like a Russian doll, but without the doll part. They just pile them up and they save so much space, right? You have all that crap you're not using. In Italy, we don't have that. We're broke there. We can't afford for, we don't like bargains in Italy, because a bargain is what America buys, things you don't need at a price you can't resist, and you buy it, just to buy it. In Italy, we don't do that, because if you buy the things you don't need, you don't eat the things you need to eat. So we use spoons. We have hands, which is a great measurement unit. Look at this. A handful. See how easy it is? Cheap too, because most people, they have these at birth. Like, they go like, and they grab things. It's really easy. Look like 3 eggs, 2, you know, it's like, it works. Hands really work. And we have spoons. It's the only measurement units you need. So how do you measure Italian tablespoon? It's whatever comes up. There is no measurement, because you don't need to. It's whatever comes up. So when you measure Italian tablespoon in relation to eggs, you're using 3 Italian tablespoons per egg. So you do the math. I have 4 eggs. How many Italian tablespoons of flour I need? Somebody said 9. Who said 9? My God, there is an app for this. Seriously, people. 12, right? Let's do 12. 1. Oh, it's heavy. Am I getting weaker by the day? This is heavy. 2, 3, 4. That's for sure. I'm getting older. No shit. Of course I am. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right? 12 Italian tablespoons of flour. What kind of flour? Good question. Doesn't matter. Meaning, could matter if you want to be really picky and precise, but I would suggest you test this with all-purpose flour. Then when you're good at that, try to add a little semolina, little wheat flour, just kind of do your own little experiment and see how you like it best. But get familiar with the bases, because if you do these, you get confidence, because you're gonna make it. And as you build your confidence, you can try to mess things up and build your competence. But if you wanna start with a really hard recipe, if you wanna start with a really hard things to do, then you're gonna be miserable because it's not gonna come out right. You're gonna get kicked in your confidence ass, and it's not gonna work out, and you're not gonna be neither confident or competent. So do little things. Make an omelette before you cook like whatever. Like, start with the base. All right, so here's what we got now. We got 4 eggs, 12 tablespoons of flour. We're 30 seconds in. High. Not high like chow. High like high moving, all right? Check this out. This is amazing. This is why I love you guys. KitchenAid, what are you? I love you guys. Amazing. This shit like blows my mind every time. Look at this. I love when I'm making pasta. Now think about it. I'm cooking right now. It's amazing. All right. All right, we're a minute in. We're a minute in. How do we feel it? I think it's getting good. It's a little dry, but I want to give it another minute. So let me give these things another minute. Okay, let me give it another minute. Let's see what happened. So we're 1 minute in, literally 30 seconds and 30 seconds. I said I was making this in 90 seconds, didn't I? Good. I know there is somebody hope that I fail, but I won't. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I give you this? All right. Let's see if we did it or if I'm foolish, if I'm not correct. Ta-ta-da-ta-ta-ta-ta. How much time I got? 5 minutes, easy. All right. So guys, in 90 seconds, I made a perfect dough. Who's an expert of fresh pasta? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Oh, now you don't raise it. All right. You're an expert of fresh pasta? Can you catch this? Because I'm a good thrower. You sure? Oh, perfect. Sorry. I hope you guys are together. All right. Now, check this out, guys. I made the perfect dough with a food processor in 90 seconds. Oops. Sorry, guys. All right. Now we're gonna make fettuccine. All right, guys. I think they're pulling a prank on me here. All right, I got it in.
Use your muscles.
It was my muscle. I'm getting weaker. I don't know why. The lady said I'm getting older. All right. That. One more. One more. Now. All right. KitchenAid, get over here. What am I doing wrong here? What am I doing wrong? Careful, you're not looking so hot right now, are you?
I'm not.
What am I doing right now?
It's just got to be locked into this.
Yeah, great.
pin.
Is it locked into this thing? Because it's coming out, you're gonna blame me again.
No,
It's coming out again.
I know.
See? I've done this before.
I know.
Okay. You know what? Don't worry about it. I'll hold it. I don't care. I fix things. You know that.
I know.
All right, let's get this done. Look at this. I don't care. Don't worry about it. I make my fettuccine anyway. One-handed fettuccine. Every year, I deliver the best show, period. One-hand fettuccine. Look at this thing. I'm like Geppettoing I'm like, ready? Look at these things. I'm holding my own KitchenAid thing. Look at that. Boom. Look at this. One-handed fettuccine man. My. That is a first, and I look so good at it. All right, now, here's what we got. Flour. We're almost done. Ready? There'll be a flour here. Now, KitchenAid has a perfect fettuccine attachment that you don't need to do this, and you can keep your counter really clean. But I like to show you, if you don't have a fettuccine attachment, how can you make your own fettuccine? So you're gonna get this done here. You're gonna roll this like a burrito. Like a little burrito. All right? Make your own beautiful fettuccine. There. Put them in the water. Bialetti pasta pot. There. I got that there. So here's what we're gonna do now. I'm gonna move this right here. I'm gonna get my sink. I don't have a sink. I'm gonna get that. Lock it. I'm gonna get this away. I'm gonna get this. Now we're gonna make the pasta. So I got my lazy meatball there. I got my lazy meatball here. I'm gonna turn this on, nice and high. I'm gonna open these. I'm gonna get some pasta water. Actually, I'm not gonna get pasta water. I'm gonna get the fettuccine on it. Perfect. Get this on. See, all this crap you don't need. This is good if you have a toddler. Give him these, he'll be entertained for an hour. Can you imagine you go home and you see a grown-ass man? Honey, I'm gonna cook for you tonight. And you take out this thing. See? I don't know who sell these. Farberware. Sorry guys, you got a donkey here. That does not This is good for toddlers. Can be good for cooking, come on. All right, so now here's what we're gonna do. Fettuccine is boiling, amazing. Now, the pasta pot is like an invention. Look at this thing. It has an incorporated lid to it. I'm gonna leave some water inside. There. Beautiful homemade fettuccine. Oh, lazy meatball. Pasta made in 90 seconds. Stretching the pasta takes no time. And cheese, because why not? All right. You cannot come here and try that. You cannot do it. So if you do not walk by. Come on. You guys are mean. So, guys, thank you very much. You're gonna need a knife for that, but I'm out of time. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate you all. What's the Bialetti number?
1843.
1843. Come and say hello. I'm going to be there tomorrow all day. You guys are rock star. Thank you very much. I love you all. God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chef Fabio Viviani.